Hi, this is Kunal. I'm one of the co-founders of Finner, and our objective is to help property businesses like guest houses, PGs, hostels, budget hotels, banquet halls, motels increase their revenue. So we are passionate about that. In terms of my background, I founded Perch, which is one of the largest businesses, service apartment businesses in Gurgaon, with over 5,500 reviews with an average rating of 4.4. And so one of the things that I want to talk about is dynamic pricing. Was we've sort of gone through a few iterations in our own business, and in Finner also a lot of our clients want to know about dynamic pricing. So I've seen like at least 10 variations of this, all of them being extremely complicated. Like you're looking at supply, demand, you're trying to figure out what our competitors are doing, rate pricing, and I don't think any of that adds any value. That's my personal belief. I could be wrong, but I've actually implemented them, scrapped them, and this is a model that you can do even in Excel. Like even if you're running your property business in Excel, you can set up a few rules to do this, and this will give you better results. I mean, at least as good a result, if not better than what the others. Now, essentially, if you're running any sort of short stay business or even long stay, like even if you're giving your apartments out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, there is a supply demand. Now, there is the occupancy on the right, and I think there are two things that you need to set first, which is the minimum, which is your fixed cost. Like you would not go below this, which is either your mortgage cost or your your employee cost, running cost, etc. Does not include your variable cost. So if you've got people, you're spending on groceries, you would not have that. The other is your maximum that you should not go over, because it can be harmful. I mean, you might actually be able to on certain occasions. Let's say like, if you're on Christmas or holidays, or if there's an emergency, something like that, you might be able to. But that's actually it actually is harmful to your brand. And because simple example, like I had to travel from Delhi to Bombay, and instead of the normal 6,000-7,000 rupee ticket, I paid about 30,000 because there was some other occasion. And the airline that I traveled on, the experience was exactly the same. So in my mind, I'm paying 4 times more, but they're trying to fleece me. So in my mind, the brand value of the company has gone down significantly, and I'll tell 10 other people. So if you do this, if you go above the maximum that you feel your product is worth, it will actually reduce your brand value significantly. So let's say we've set this. Now, what I would do is a simple exercise. You can do it in Excel. Is that the first 25%, and you'd have to set forward dates, is that you sell it at the minimum. You sell it at the minimum. So you can set an Excel rule or whatever. The next, so let's say at 3,000, I've sold the first. The next one, you would do a step function. You can obviously slice and dice this. You do a step function till 50%. Let's say you go up to 4,000, maybe a 30% increase or a 25% increase. The next one, when you're going from 50 to 75 or anything else, you can. Now this is happening in real time, right? So as the occupancy is coming in, the prices are going up automatically. So the next one, maybe now let's say we've gone up to 5,000. Now this is where it gets interesting when you're above 75. So 70 is actually the average. So if you look at all over India, short stay, or in APAC is slightly less, 62% is the average occupancy. In India it's like 66, maybe because we price it slightly lower. If you're at 65 plus, that means you're above the average. Now is where it gets interesting. So let's say we sold it at 5,000. Now let's say we create another slice here called 90%, because what we don't understand is that the profit here, which is the area, and this is the value that you're capturing, right? This is the cumulative value that you're capturing for your product, for your occupancy. The value here could be as much as this in terms of pure profit. And this was something that we kind of figured out over time. So let's say here we're willing to go up to, let's say, 6,000, right? You go up to 6,000 till about 90, and then this is where here you can potentially go up to 8,000 as well. So now what you've done is that this. Now these examples, I mean, this skyscraper could be a lot taller for you, or shorter for you, or whatever. Now, if we notice here that for the first 50%, this is the amount of value that you've captured. And for the next 50%, the value that you've captured could be 3 or 4x, right? And that's the power of dynamic pricing done easily. And what you essentially, if you're capturing so much value, you would obviously, the key thing is to invest it back in your product so that this goes up, your mins and maxes can be put, and you're getting a bit better customer experience. But you can do this easily. It's super easy to do. And these are some of the things that we help our clients at Finner with. So thanks a lot, Kunal. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please feel free to post a comment and share this video. Thank you. Thanks a lot.